Welcome to the video session on Excel for Finance. By now, you would have learnt about how to use Excel to find out the future values or compounding values of either lump sum or annuities along with annuity due. In this video, we are focusing on the present values. As the name itself suggests, we would be finding out today's value of future cash flows. These cash flows could occur as lump sum or as annuities. As you are already aware, annuities which have cash flows occurring at the end of the period are known as ordinary annuities. However, if these cash flows occur at the beginning of the period, they are called annuity due. Let us take each one of these one by one. Let us start with an example where we have to find out the present value of 1 lakh rupees that X is likely to receive after 2 years, and the prevailing rate of interest is 10%, which in other words means we are trying to find out certain sum of money which is invested today at an interest rate of 10%. We know the formula for this present value PV is equal to the future value FV divided by 1 plus I raised to n, where I is the interest rate per annum and n is the number of years. In this example, FV would be 1 lakh rupees, I would be 10% and n would be 2 years. By substituting the numbers in the formula, we get an answer as 82,647 rupees. Now, let us turn to Excel. Here, we would be typing equals PV, then open bracket. The moment we do that, we see a few items that Excel formula will show. Now, we will fill in rate as 10% or 0.1, comma, NPER as 2 being the 2-year period, comma, followed by another comma as we are looking at lump sum payment and not annuity. Again you type comma and 1 lakh rupee, which is the future value. Ignore the type as this is not annuity and close the bracket. This will return a sum of rupees 82,647. After lump sum, let us move to a case where the recurring cash flows occur over a different time period. We want to find the present value of these cash flows at a particular discount rate. How do we go about doing that? Here is the example. Rupees 500 is received at the end of each of the next 4 years. What is the equivalent value today, assuming that the interest rate is 12%? The normal formula to calculate the present value of annuity is equal to annuity A multiplied by, in the numerator, when we open the brackets, 1 plus I raised to n, close the brackets, minus 1. The denominator would be I multiplied by 1 plus I raised to n. By substituting the numbers rupees 500 for A, 12% for I and 4 for n, we get 1,519 rupees, which is the present value of the 4-year annuity amounts of rupees 500. How does this work in Excel? We have in this example all the parameters already listed. Let us now use the formula PV equals and open the bracket. As we have to find out the present value of the cash flows as in the previous example, we will link the details as follows. Rate we will link to the cell C6, which carries interest rate at 12%, comma, NPER, which is 4 years already input in cell C5, and PMT, which refers to the annuity amount of rupees 500 in cell C4. We could ignore FV and type in this case, as this is only ordinary annuity as opposed to lump sum or annuity due. If we close the bracket and press enter, we get the same answer that we got using the normal formula, that is rupees 1,519. Now, let us consider the same example with a small difference. We are converting the ordinary annuity into annuity due, which means the cash flow towards the annuity occurs at the beginning of the period. Here, the only difference would be that you will have to multiply the entire formula with 1 plus I, as the cash flow receives interest for 1 extra period. Therefore, the formula would read as annuity A multiplied by, in the numerator you open bracket 1 plus I raised to n close brackets minus 1. The denominator would be I multiplied by 1 plus I raised to n and the entire thing multiplied by 1 plus I. By substituting the numbers, we would get rupees 1701 as the answer. Same thing in Excel would go as follows. Press equals, type PV and open bracket, link rate to 0.12 in cell C6, link NPER to 4 in cell C5, link PMT to 500 in cell C4. Just put another comma, as this is not lump sum. That's a way to ignore a component which is not relevant, and link type to 1 in cell C7, which represents annuity due. Close the bracket and you will get a sum of rupees 1701. Let us now look at an example where there are multiple cash flows for an investment which are uneven, which does not satisfy the condition of annuity. Here is the example. An investor has an opportunity of receiving rupees 1000, rupees 1500, rupees 800, rupees 1100 and 400 respectively at the end of year 1 to year 5. Find out the present value of the cash streams if the investor requires a rate of return of 8%. Here I would demonstrate the example on the Excel directly. In this spreadsheet, the first column refers to the year, second column to the cash flow. The interest rate is given separately. The third column should show the present value factor or the discounting factor. For this, let us use the formula 1 divided by 1 plus interest rate raised to the power n, which is the number of years shown in the first column. Since I want to copy the formula but do not want the cell reference of the interest rate to change, I am locking the row reference. Now let us copy the formula across the years and get the present value factor for each year. Now we can multiply the cash flow with the PV factor to arrive at the discounted value of cash flow of each of the year. To arrive at the overall value, we could add up the present value of each year's cash flow, which in this case would be to 3,928 rupees. We could also use the formula sum product to arrive at this. For that, you could type equals sum product open bracket. For the array 1, select the cash flows for 5 years, and for array 2, select present value factors for 5 years. Close the bracket and press enter. You will get the same answer. This is one other way of doing this. Now let us move to understand how to calculate the interest rate offered by an investment product. For example, an investment company advertises that a deposit of rupees 30,000 with the firm will fetch an investor rupees 37,632 after 2 years. As an investor, you would want to know the interest rate offered by the scheme. From this, we can make out that 37,632 rupees is the future value, that is the value after second year, and 30,000 rupees is the present value. The money would be deposited now. The number of years is 2, therefore, we have to find out the rate of interest. We use the formula rate equals FV divided by present value raised to 1 divided by n minus 1, which is derived from the relationship between the future value, present value, interest rate and the number of years. When we substitute the numbers in the formula, we get 12%. This also indicates what is known as compounded annual growth rate or CAGR in short. Excel has the following formula to find out the interest rate. We know that the rate of interest is denoted as rate. Therefore, let us type equals followed by rate and open bracket. Here we are required to fill in the numbers for NPER, that is the period, and we choose 2 here. Then move to PMT, which indicates the regular payments. Since there is no regular cash flow, we just insert a comma without any number or reference. We have to then select the PV, the present value, which is 30,000. I am using negative sign here as it is cash outflow. And finally, we select the future value, that is 37,362, which is the cash inflow. We will ignore the type as this example is not for annuity, and we can also ignore guess, which essentially indicates that you can put a guess rate. However, it does not affect the answer, so it is being ignored here. Press enter after closing the bracket, we get the same answer, 12%. We will also come across a situation where the investors might want to know how long does it take to achieve the financial goal, given the interest rate, present value of investment and the future value. For example, Mrs. X wants to triple her performance bonus money of rupees 10 lakhs. She has also identified an investment that offers 13% interest rate per annum, and she wants to know how long does it take for her 10 lakhs to triple, that is to get rupees 30 lakhs. Mathematically, we can use logarithm to find out the answer. However, in Excel, we will use the formula for NPER. For this example, the present value is 10 lakhs, future value is triple the money, that is 30 lakhs, and we also know the interest rate is 13%. So, let us proceed. Type equals followed by NPER, open the bracket, let us pick the rate. We ignore the argument PMT as there is no annuity involved here. Enter the present value. Note that I am giving a negative sign here since it means an outflow, and then future value, and we get 9, which means it will take 9 years to triple the money. To summarize, through this video we have learned to compute the present value of lump sum, present value of annuity and annuity due, present value of uneven cash flow stream, how to find out rate, and how to find out number of years or period to achieve a financial objective. Hope this video helps you to reinforce your understanding of the concepts and also how to use Excel for financial calculations. Thank you and best wishes.